Yo, chilled. What's happening, bro? Yeah, it has been a while. Yeah, lots changed for me in real life. I've got a job now. Hell yeah. It's not, like the only thing about it is like I spend 12 hours on my feet. So my feet hurt at the end of the night, but it's not going to be a difficult job when I'm done training. I can already basically do it, but yeah, I don't know where all the yarn and whatnot I need is, but that ain't nothing that like poking around some boxes can't fix. Yeah, I'm running a knitting machine at a place called Lava.
What's the situation?
Good to see you, my friend. I knew you'd make a proper legionnaire. I'm glad you'll be with me in there. I don't like the looks of this place. And I'm not talking about the Stormcloaks. These old ruins, they don't want us here. The ancient ones. Better left alone. But never mind all that. We're the Emperor's soldiers. We'll do our duty no matter what stands in our way, right?
Stormcloaks were already camped out around the entrance when we got here. They don't know we're here.
Well, that's something at least. Looks like the damned rebels got here first. No matter. We have the element of surprise. Prepare to move out. Follow me.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the place that I couldn't find the lever in and had to just like disable the door.
But we're not going to let them. I realize some of you may know men on the other side. But remember this. They are the enemy now and will not hesitate to end your lives either. General Tullius is counting on us to bring back the Jagged Crown, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's show these rebels what real soldiers look like.
Yeah, this is the place where I couldn't find the lever. Oh yeah, I think I have to pick this lock. Piss. There's a damn... Okay, I killed him. There was a moth flying around on my TV screen. Okay, so it's in that joint. Piss. I've got a bunch of lockpicks, but damn. Wow. I don't know if I'm gonna get this bitch unlocked. Oh yeah, wait a second. I gotta set my phone screen to not go to sleep so that I can see the chat. Yeah, it's this damn. Damn it! I don't. I swear, I feel like I'm going back to the same spot each time. Not spending an hour on a fucking gate.
There's no blood.
It's not even the way I'm supposed to go.
My skeleton on me.
Well done. They never knew.
No one gives a fuck.
Please, Doc.
Everybody ready? We charge on Isaac. Stay and guard the entrance. We don't want any stormcloaks or reinforcements to take these parts of the hollows.
An ugly
Everyone
crown.
else with me.
It's not even made out of gold.
Can you imagine how many years of dust these ruins have gathered? If power were enough, I wonder how much of the way.
Must be the way out.
That's the end of that.
Seems like they killed
Won't it?
all of our Legion soldiers. That's why I brought my own mercenary crew.
I don't like the look of this. Perfect spot for an ambush. 10 to 1, they're just waiting for us on the other side. I'd rather take a moment and look around than walk blindly into an ambush. Artillery, see if you can find another way through. We'll charge in to help as soon as we hear fighting.
I don't see why we all don't just go this way. Well, only 2 of the Legion people survived, so technically most of us are going this way. Piss. Okay, so they're just fighting already. There's treasure over there.
Be careful.
Why are you still sneaking? Ah, it's already been looted. He's just broke. I think I heard someone die. Oh yeah, it's enemies though. No.
It's pathetic.
Well, that didn't work.
I wonder if anyone's ever been happy here.
Probably not.
And this must be the Hall of Stories.
Yep. Ah, word. Wolf bug dragon? What is that? It's that, right?
Ah, Walker! Oh no, it's just you.
Oh, no, that one was right. Is there any way to... Can I turn
What's
it
that?
backwards?
Some kind of stone claw? I wonder what it's used for.
Let me look at the thing and make sure. Ebony claw. Yeah, that's wolf bug dragon.
Good job.
It's not the first one of these I've opened, lady.
All right, everyone. Keep guard up. Let's move out.
Yeah, this is the place that I just disabled the door. Let me turn off caps lock. Oh,
All right.
there we go.
Spread out. Be careful.
Get out of my damn way and I will.
What's the hurry?
Tell ya.
Did they disarm me or something? Why ain't I... Yeah, my axe fell out of my hand or something. No, I'm dual wielding now. What the hell?
That was fun.
Oh, maybe because I equipped it to the wrong hand. That's...
All right. Get the crown off that door.
Yeah, that it would. I don't know where in the hell my Because that axe that I had was... oh, there it is. Was doing absorption damage. I can equip 2 of them,
Did
Yep.
you mean to do that?
though. No, I didn't. Jagged crown. It's worth a bunch, but doesn't seem to have any kind of effect.
Take that crown back to Solitude, soldier. We'll stay here and see if we
Keep
can
her
find
still.
anything else that could be of use.
Crouching.
I keep thinking I see something moving in the shadows.
Move this bitch out of the way. I don't understand how that mace is part of the dead body laying there, but okay. Will you fucking jump? Oh my god, get out of the way, Degon. Oh yeah, it's over there. Really? This isn't even a hard one. Where is it? Right in the middle. Okay. Ah, piss. Grant you this leads to that door that, yep. Led right to it. It's typically how they do shit in Bethesda. Alright. Solitude. Yep. It's been so long since I played this. I have modified the crap out of
I'm
it
a little
though.
busy. I've got all sorts of things.
I've only done a little bit to the graphics, really, though.
If you're
Most
heading
of
to
it's
the Blue
been
Planets, you might want
for
to
NPCs and whatnot.
I've got some salmon to sell.
By all means, it's all too simple.
Thought there was more than just 2 NPCs there, like there was some kind of event about to happen. The hell? Oh, I take it to... Okay. I figured I'd just take it directly to the lady. Oh. Game crashed. That's okay, though. Let's launch her back up. That kind of thing is, in fact, expected when you mod the crap out of your game. That's why I've got it set to save every time I walk through a door into a new area or fast travel. On Fallout, I used to set it to where it would save every time I opened my fucking Pip-Boy.
Did you see that frog on the road? Do you think it was a prince?
I don't wander around kissing small animals expecting them to turn into a hottie. It's just not my thing. Oh, bro's over here having lunch.
We will oust Alfred. Excellent work, soldier. I have to admit, I had my doubts it even existed. Did you run into any trouble? That's what I like to hear. I'll get the full report from Legate Ricca. Now then, I need someone I can trust to deliver a message of great import to Jarl Balgruuf of Whiterun. We have it on good authority that Ulfric has raised enough men to attack the city of Whiterun. Jarl, however, refuses the Legion's support. His missive should convince him. Be aware, soldier. These documents contain sensitive intelligence for the Jarl's eyes only.
Let's go see the castle. Come on.
Game crashed last time we did that. Degon, chill out. It definitely would. Hello, Fawn. How are you doing this evening?
Unless we have specific business, I'm not interested.
I mean, I could make it my business to stab you in the throat.
It's over here. It's the closest place Skyrim has to my home.
I used to be an adventurer like you. And I took an arrow in the knee.
Steal your arrows, motherfuckers.
Did you see the way he was looking
I'm
at
doing
me?
pretty good. Not too bad. I can't complain. It's my night off work. I got tomorrow off too. I slept like 99% of the day yesterday though. There's another lady we can recruit here. And I think I was saving her for when Fawn was here, so yeah. We'll recruit the orc lady. I think I have to give her armor. Where's she at?
I think the divines we get to sleep on a real bed tonight.
I came in, I pulled up the seat,
There
and
she
I
is.
enjoyed the fire. I would also very much
You don't
like
want a
to
conversation,
join
do you? I appreciate the attention, but I'm afraid I'd rather be alone right now. Was I that obvious? Look,
I appreciate it, but you're just a stranger. Why would you even be remotely interested in anything I have to say? But if you are interested, it's this town. It's starting to get real suffocating around here, and I'm sick of it. Mostly came here to study at Bard's College, but they've been a bit of a disappointment so far. Haven't learned much at all from them. Between that and the dirty looks I get from the townsfolk, I really haven't had the most pleasant of times here so far. You sound surprised. Don't worry, I'm not gonna sing at you like a dying rock warbler. I'm a writer, not a musician. Not much you can do, really. Don't worry about it, though. I'm sure I can figure something out. I usually do. Yeah, I could follow you to the death and carry all your stuff. That'd be swell. Oh, you're serious, huh? You know what? I've got nothing better to do. Might as well take you up on your offer. Not like I can't handle myself out there.
Yeah, this is the
Besides, it might
type
turn
of
out to be
character
fun,
development I enjoy.
inspirational, whatever.
Just get the fuck to being
Glad to be aboard, I
friends.
guess. Oh, by the way, the name's Yazak. Figured you should at least know my name before we go out adventuring and stuff.
Yep.
Just say the word and I'm with you. Who knows, this could turn out to actually be a good decision. Or, an extremely bad one. Either works. So, about the, the dragon stuff. My head's spinning right now. Probably not nearly as much as yours, but still, I think I need some clarification. You might be a dragonborn? I mean, it did look like you absorbed that dragon soul, but you're right. It's probably best to remain skeptical for now. I'm sure the Greybeards will provide some clarity on this.
Yeah, she apparently has flavor
On the
dialogue
bright
for
side, now you can push people over with
whenever
your voice. I can't say I'm not a tiny bit jealous
you
of that
kill the
part of
first
you.
dragon.
That's the spirit. I know how it feels to have such huge things forced onto you with no control or consent on your end. But often the true test of one's character is what we do with such unwanted circumstances, whether we can get positive things out of them. No problem. I'm here to help any way I can. Now, let's go see what those Greybeards want.
They want me to put you in slutty clothing.
Alright, let's mosey.
Like hers. Oh, they're because that lady's downstairs singing and she just finished. Yeah, yeah. That's a mod.
Drink to our youth, to the days come and gone. For the
I
age
could hire him as well, but he's just vanilla.
Maybe we will like it.
we'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. Down with the
What
Rick the killer
armor
of
does she
sin.
have?
On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing. We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. And when southern dawn beckons, every one of
Burlando.
us dies. This land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied
Okay,
our
lady. Alright. Let's find some hoe clothes. I'm not even sure what she's wearing. I think that's like Barbarian Elite or some crap like that. It's like the upgraded version of Barbarian armor.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Hmm. We'll see what that looks like on her. If she'll wear it. Is heavy armor. Looked like she was favoring the light armor.
Return anytime you need arms.
Yeah, because
or
she's
armor.
got on leather gauntlets and I think normal
If you
shoes.
need me for anything, I'm all ears. I'm a writer, not a pawnbroker, you know?
Oh, she'll wear that. Okay. But I want to see what that looks. Oh. Eh. Gotta have the fan service. Oh, she's already got on a necklace. What's it do? It's probably a scripted necklace because she's not like, it's not in her inventory where I can fuck with it. Word.
Right.
Okay, I can put that armor on one of our dudes, though. I think old boy here is the only one that'll let me fuck with his gear. This guy doesn't yet. I have to do his, like, flavor missions.
Sorry, I keep meaning to give you this, since this arrangement seems to be working out all right for us so far. Oh, it's a Duenna resonance sphere. Just something my father gave to me before I left home for when I found myself someone to travel with. When activated, it resonates with its twin, which I'll always keep on my person. That way, if we're ever separated, all you have to do is give us a rub, and we'll be able to find each other, no matter how far apart we are.
Weird.
Handy, right? Don't mention it. I mean,
I don't want to be a
hopefully
penis
you'll
to
use it
him.
very
He's
often.
actually a pretty cool
I'll
NPC.
stick to you like
Something that's
I
sticky.
don't know, something sticky. Yep, that's what I'll do.
Yep.
Sorry, after you. Hello there.
Need to trade things with you. Where's that option? Oh,
Whatever you say, boss.
give him that weird bug armor. Yeah. Now he has weird bug armor. He needs gloves though. Give him those. Wait a second. I can just put him in full Elven? No. Now I can. Word. I think the, might look better. Not really, but works.
Let's get moving.
Papa says I won't see Rob here again, but he wouldn't tell me why not.
That works for me. I'm gonna have to do the drunk guy's flavor missions eventually, but yeah. The objective is to start streaming again on Saturday and Sunday at 8. But we'll see. We will see. So my feet didn't stop hurting until today. Yesterday I just stayed in bed all
I've only
day.
been a part of the Red Waves crew for a few weeks. I've already learned to stay on habits.
And I've got these, they're like, let me see. Nike Air Max. That's what I'm wearing at work. There's like a literal, I would say like an inch of balloon, like hard plastic balloon between me and the concrete floors. And still, it fucks up my feet every night. I take my shoes off and my feet literally look like a corpse's feet. I need to deliver that message to Old Boy in Whiterun, right? That was the next Legion mission. I don't think I selected it. That's why it's not on the map. But yeah, that's the next Legion mission.
A nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my
Oh
nerves.
no. The distant load is still... That's a glitch I encounter sometimes because I'm actually using a graphical mod that is not for my shit. The version that I'm on. Let's see what's up with this load in. Yeah, it did it again. I might have to quit out of the game. My bad. My bad. I could have, like, just ignored it, but the problem does progress when you just ignore it, and then, like, the distant load is still loaded in for everything after a while. This should fix it. I hope. It's gonna really suck if it held on to that because it's saved. No, it didn't. Word. You know, look at the sky while I drink some of my beer. This could be one of those, like, relaxation streams. The ambient noise.
Perhaps you should lay off the schooner. You blacked out earlier and tried to fuck into Bella's statue again.
Well, I mean, if you would have bent over. It's interesting that she seems to be a vampire. Because she does straight up have fangs. Whenever she talks. She doesn't seem like she cares about me being close to her this time. Little rat thing. But, yeah. I like the lighting that happens with the Aurora Borealis over top of the mountains and everything in this particular cell. It's awesome. Whiterun looks good in my game, in my opinion. Especially with that, like, because I picked the realistic actual Earth sky, so being able to see the Milky Way galaxy behind the Aurora feels great. It looks great, but yeah. Nighttime is my favorite in Whiterun. I probably need to select that mission so I know specifically who to Yeah, it really is. And dude, some of the mods you can get, like Lover's Lab. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, there's a lot of yummy things about this game. If I get a shot, oh, she crouches with me. Yeah. Get out of the way, little lizard girl. that's a good look right there. What's my screenshot button? Yeah, that button. Oh, yeah. This game is really easy to roleplay in. I can't do it on stream because I feel so corny. I get into my little role plays and yeah. I actually dislike one of the fan favorites as far as companions go because she fucked with my role play. Selena or whatever her name is, the vampire girl. I was role playing a vampire hunter, and yeah, I would have killed her on sight according to my role play, and it didn't let me do that. Tried like 5 times.
Watch over your back,
Oh yeah, message.
No doubt requested to garrison his men in my castle. How many times must I deny him? Well, out with it. I see. Give the papers to my steward. Don't be daft. Proventus is my eyes. Just give me the letter. I presume once I have it, I can do as I please with
Also, what's happening, Yuki-sama? I hope you're doing well. I got a job. I'm running knitting machines. I just got a little touch more to learn, and then I'll secretly be able to run the job. But I'm gonna milk my 5 weeks of training anyway. Like, if they could give me like 1 or 2 machines, and they're like, okay, well, let's see how you do on these for a month. That would be an easy ass month of making bank. My first paycheck was $4.16. Now, and they're like giving away money. Every 3 months I'll make a production bonus. If I'm there every day that I'm scheduled to work, I get an attendance $100 bonus on every week's check. So yeah, I'm making damn good money doing it. So, and I'm a greedy motherfucker, so I'll keep right on.
Consider General Tullius's request. I mean, if you are bent on offending y'all.
Even all the enemies were taken.
But yeah, I just gotta get to where I can actually, when I come home from work, actually just fall asleep and go to sleep. So, yeah. I'm gonna start buying a beer on the way home every night and getting drunk and then going to sleep.
Yes, again. That was different. Was I given a chance to object to the terms of the treaty? No. The Jarls weren't asked. We were told.
Yeah.
We had to like it.
The chests of gold didn't.
I'm excited because it's an actual career that I can make a living off of.
No, wait.
But we'll see. We'll see. Even if I don't end up staying at the place, then
So am I.
it's something to put on my resume. There's like 3 other mills that I could be like, I know how to run knit machines. It's actually considered a hard job, which is crazy to me because it, like, the only thing that's hard about it is collecting the yarn you need. You got to do a bunch of walking and like you pick this up, you put it in your buggy, pick this up. It's a bunch of repetitive shit. So it's like boring more than it is difficult, and you stand for a long time. So, but yeah, I look at my watch every hour and I'm like, yep, that's $13. Yep, that's $13. So yeah. Just looking at it as money. I don't give a fuck what they have me doing.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, I've heard this conversation like a million times. That's why I'm just talking over them. My bad. He wants me to deliver an axe, which is a declaration of war against the Stormcloaks. Blah, blah. Then we get to fight an army attacking the outside of this place. Oh, it's that dude over here bitching. Yeah, Khajiit always has wares if you have coin. I don't know, man. Like, you can't have too sexy of an adventure when you're a Khajiit. Not a male Khajiit. Maybe a female Khajiit. But if you know the lore of this game, then Khajiits have barbed penises. It's apparent, like, there is a lot of crazy shit that went on in the lore of this game. Like, Vivek, the living god, is apparently, he took his head off and gave his body to, I forget who, I think it was, Molag Bal? I don't know. But yeah, he let Molag Bal use his headless body as a fleshlight for a couple of months.
You're leaving them.
Yeah. Mehrunes Dagon. Okay, yeah. There's some really messed up lore in this video game when you actually hear it. Apparently, the orcs are green because was it Debella or no? It was that one that they call the Shining Bitch. They're green because they were poop. They're god poop. According to the lore. Yeah, it was green poop. It may have been of Zura, but one of them pooped them out. And that's why they're green. Yep. That's supposedly why they're green. If you ask Malakath, he says it's taken too literally, but... Oh, I haven't been there yet. Okay. It was Winterhold, right? In town.
Can take you to Enidal. Where do you want to go? Climb and back. We'll be off. Ever been to Windhill? Oldest city in Skyrim by some account.
I know, the first Elder Scrolls game I ever played was, Morrowind. And I ended up, like, I role-played as a character that, worshipped Azura. Cause she just wants credit for what she's doing for you. That's it. She wants you to tell her she's pretty and give her credit for helping you defeat a dragon. And I don't think that's too much to ask. Yeah, I'll turn this axe in, and then I'm going to pull up the music and whatnot and let the computer cool off so I know that I don't have any trouble out of it. I've got the extenders on the way. They'll be here Tuesday. And I'm excited to get my heating shield back in here. We might stream... Oh, God. We might stream a little bit of fucking Elden Ring so that I know that it's not overheating. And that's going to be an ass whooping and a half after playing this. Not to mention, like, not playing video games for like a month now. But yeah, Elden Ring's gonna kick my ass right up over my shoulders and then laugh at me for it, but it's fine.
Is that so? I've been wondering when you come around. Oh, what's this? You're quite brave to carry such a message. It's a pity you've chosen the wrong side. You can return this axe to the man who sent it, and tell him he should prepare to entertain his needs. I I expect a great deal of excitement in the city of Whiterun in the near future. I have shown the people that when our Jarls drink the Empire's milk, it makes us weak. I must now show them the path that will lead us back to our strength. There is no progress without sacrifice, no wheat without threshing the chaff.
There is no progress without unity.
Sooner than you think.
Civil war is never the answer. You can always find other people to kill.
I spent my life serving.
Surely there's somebody out there that believes something that offends you enough to go kill their family. Stop killing your own people. Anyway. That's a extreme oversimplification of war, but it's not inaccurate. Murder is the answer. It's just who to murder. Yeah. That's exactly the message I'm trying to preach.
I'm so tired right now.
I mean, people in the world nowadays are literally stupid enough to hate you for the color of your skin. So, like, surely they can find someone else to do war with other than their own fucking family. I'm just saying. People will hate you for stupid reasons. So why don't they just find someone else they hate? I mean, war destroys families regardless, but civil war is like giving war crack. I don't even know how to describe it. It's war on hard mode.
Take a moment to breathe, soldier.
But, sir.
Breathe.
The outer walls are strong. If we can hold them there.
They have catapults.
Damn it. Where did they get catapults? The city walls are already falling apart as it is.
My scouts tell me they're loading them with fire.
So, he wants to take my city. Walls intact.
The men will be fighting in the flames.
My men are fearless. It's the Imperial milk drinkers I'm worried about.
If you prefer, I can take my men and leave.
No. Of course not. Just don't let me down, Sipius. Need to set up water brigades to combat the flames.
Already taken care of.
You Imperials are efficient.
Something... Isn't there magic for that?
Sir. Not long. They're hiding in the countryside.
Damn it. What's he waiting for?
One court wizard should be able to cast enough water magic to put out fires.
They'll be at the gates at any moment.
Why didn't you say so immediately?
If we can just shoot spouts of fucking fire from our hands, what the hell's the problem with having a super soaker?
You've returned with my axe. I knew that would be his response. As soon as you left, I sent word to General Tullius. He's been kind enough to lend us some of his troops, and Legate Sipius here. Let Ulfric try to make it past our combined forces. I'll turn you back over to your legion. Legate Sipius will have use for you. Godspeed with us all.
Word.
Now, if you don't
But
mind,
yeah, I mean, I know it would be an extremely niche and like only good for dealing with Flame Ocronauts spell. But yeah, you don't have to put it in the game as a spell. Just have them mention, okay, we'll send out wizards to use water magic. And you would think, because I've seen it in anime where people make a water bubble around the other people and they start drowning. You wait till he wakes up. Sometimes when they're sleeping like that, it derps out the AI and it doesn't properly direct you in the conversation with them. And I need it to properly direct me.
The storm closing.
Oh.
Force.
Well,
Get
shit.
down to the front line. This is it. You must hold the city. What would you have me move it? We do not send men to fight. All this standing around is rubbish. We should be taking the fight to the storm.
Yeah, we will take the fight to the Stormcloaks after about a 15-minute break. I gotta let the computer cool down because my graphics card is dumping heat directly on top of my power supply. So yeah, my stuff likes to derp out after like an hour and a half of streaming, but that's gonna change. I have a job now. Even if I have to rebuild this fucking computer ship of Theseus style, I've got this. But yeah, let me close out the game. Yep. Quit the desktop. Okay, and then I will that and that. Let me get y'all some music going. Come on, hurry up and load. I know I'm streaming, but don't be a dick. It's taking forever, my bad, yo. Okay, so how about Japanese lo-fi, but yeah. There we go. Alright. I am going to make it to where the music is a little louder and mute up my shit, and I will be back in about 15 minutes. And go walk around, stretch, drink some more of my beer, and I'll be back. Yo, Diev, what's happening? Yeah, let me get the music paused and I will definitely tell you. Yeah, I am running knitting machines at a place called Lava. And yeah, I'm making $4.16 a week. Pretty happy with the damn pay. And like, the better you do, the more production you get. The more production you get a production bonus every 3 months, I think. As long as you don't fuck up a certain amount of, cause we make the, pretty much the stuff that goes over bed mattresses, like the cloth that goes over it and is stitched to the metal, like the springs. So, yeah. But, as long as you don't fuck up a certain amount of yarn, well, cloth, in that amount of time, then you get a production bonus, which is the amount of cloth you've produced that wasn't fucked up in that amount of time. You get a bonus based on it, which is awesome. So the harder you work, the more money you make. And as long as you attend, you get a $100 bonus a week. So I was only supposed to make $316 this week, but I made $416 this week. Which is like literally 8 hours of pay for me, because I'm making like $13.50 an hour right now, and I'm still training. So it's like, and they know that it's the first job that I've ever had and all that. I haven't lied at all.
If those rebels think they can best us.
And normally, according to what I've heard, the hardest thing for people is normally the computers, and the computers is going to be the easiest thing for me. I don't even know who this lady is. Oh, mercenary. Bird. She was a cute mercenary, though. But yeah. The worst part about the job for me is the amount of standing I do. Oh, it's all good. The job is I'm running knitting machines at a place called Lava. But yeah, basically I just make sure the machine's working and running, and if it stops doing that, I fix it and make it continue doing that. So, but yeah, it's actually like the parts that I thought was going to be the hard part isn't that hard. My biggest hang up is going to be no one has shown me how to start running the job at the beginning of the day, and like no one has shown me the computer part of the starting of the job. Now if they was to use the actual words that's on the screen whenever you hit the buttons on the computer, then I would know already how to do it. But everybody's got these little slang terms for everything that ain't what you call it. Yeah, that it does. Like, I don't know how my people at home feel about it, because I'm a little more blunt than I should be. I'm working on that, because I'm not getting a full 8 hours like I used to. I'm a little more pissy than I should be. Like, I should not be an asshole just because I've got a job. Not in my opinion. Now, Like, if people are being an asshole to me, that's one thing. But me being an asshole for no apparent reason, that's another. But yeah, I'm getting about 5 or 6 hours of sleep. I'm gonna let these people escape because I don't feel like chasing them. And then working 12 hours. Well, 10 hours. But yeah. I'm going to be working. I think Monday is 10, Tuesday is 12, Wednesday is 10, Thursday is 12, Friday is 10. And then I can choose whether or not to work weekends. But yeah, I'm gonna start putting up half of my paycheck a week, and then $75 a week rent, $125 a week savings, $200 a week to survive on. That's my plan, at least. I can't get back in that way. Let me see if I can.
Revel in your victory here today, even as the gods revel in your honor.
I like that little nickname she just gave me. I'm a Bosmer, ain't I? She picks on me for being short right now. She calls me her little nerd root and stuff. It's adorable, but also demeaning. Definite dummy mommy flavors sprinkled into her. She's a unique mod companion. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Dagon? I'm hoping it's Dagon. Because if it's Dagon, then, like, Maroon's Dagon is literally the god of rape in this game, so.
You made it. I'm sure I'll find his face down.
Carry on, then. My gratitude and blessings go with you. For Whiterun, for the Empire.
But yeah, I'm really happy about my new job because it honestly seems like I'm gonna be able to do this easily. Like, the heaviest lifting I have to do is like 25 pounds. And that's giant rolls of yarn that should be on larger tubes. The most difficult thing I've encountered is freaking, the yarn unravels on me when you try to put, like, because you tie a knot into it and that pulls it into the machine and feeds it into the yarn, the cloth that you're making, rather. And you tie a little knot into it, but when they put these yarns on this really short, stubby tube, and it's wrapped around it like 25 pounds on like a 6-inch tube, and that, like, you put any tension into tying your knot and it unravels, and then it wraps around this bar and you have to break it and retie your knot. And when you retie the same knot 25 times in a row, you start cussing at it like it's a human being, and you don't even mean to. My sister recommended me, and I completely forgot to mention to her, she's supposed to actually get a bonus for referring a friend. And even though I'm direct family, I count as a friend. But yeah, my sister has been running this job, and it's not an easy job, But if you're not stupid and like lazy, you can run this job. It's not a problem to run this job. And but yeah, the first night, man, it killed me. And I came home, and I want everyone to know how proud I am of my baby sister for working her ass off for her living, because she runs like 3 jobs in there. It just depends on what they need her to do. She's like the jack of all trades running a fucking yarn mill, pretty much. And yeah, my sister is amazing with that shit. I am going in there and I'm just gonna do my normal knitting job and pretend that I'm too stupid to do anything else. But she wants that cheddar, and I don't blame her. But she's worked like almost fucking 70 hours this week. So yeah, she's amazing. My sister is incredible. She might be mean as hell. She might be crazy as hell. But that's my fault because she grew up with a mean older brother. Yes, definitely. Definitely. And the thing is, I'm going to get like a $2.50 raise when I'm done training. So when I'm in there running 6 machines by myself, which actually isn't that hard of a job. The hardest part is like you go get your yarn. And the only reason that's hard is because it's like a repetitive movement. It's like working out. But I need that. I actually already I went down 1 pant size the first week of working at that job, which made life easier for me because I had like 90 pairs of pants that was like 1 or 2 pant sizes too small, and I need tighter fitting pants, so 1 pant size too small is great for me right now, so I don't have to pull my pants up every time I bend down to do something. But yeah, I went to Walmart today. I got a bunch of freaking gym shorts to wear, so I can just pull the string real tight and tie it around my fucking waist.
Need something?
So yeah, and I've already got a couple of t-shirts that I like, but I got a couple of extra ones too. But I'm gonna get me it's not really a tool belt. It's called a tool apron, which I don't like the sound of calling it an apron because I'm a man. I don't wear an apron. But nah, I've got to get me this little, it's like a 1-pocket tool belt that can hold all my shit, and I'll be able to kill my job easily. And really and truly, if I go in there like the first 3 to 5 hours and I work my ass off, the last 6 to 7 hours I can just sit and watch machines run, and I get up like every hour and a half, 2 hours to they call it dolphing, but like it makes this giant roll of not yarn. It makes this giant roll of fabric. You cut the fabric out of the machine and you take it and you log it into the computer and you bring it back. That's what dolphing is. It's not that hard. It's nothing. The most I have to lift would be 120 pounds, and I'm supposed to call someone to help me when I would have to lift that, so there's this little Spanish dude that works right next to where I'm going to be running my machines, and yeah, They call the machines that they gave me the make you or break you set too, so it's like literally the hardest set in the plant to run. But I don't see a problem with them. I just, if I go in and, because they've got a air duster thingy hooked up next to it, if I just go in, clean my machine, and make sure my oil's fine, it's gonna run fine. So that's the way I'm gonna start my day. Every time I go in there, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna dust off my shit, and I'm gonna check the oil on it. Yeah. I think fucking, because once I start getting my full pay and my overtime and everything, I'm going to be making like $520 a week. That's really fucking, that's like 2160 a month. That's a lot of money to me. So we good. And it would take me 1 month to replace my graphics card. That's nothing compared to the year and a half it used to take to replace my $350 CPU. My graphics card's a $2,000 piece of equipment.
This is glorious. Don't you just love a bit of rain?
I'm all wet.
Yeah. Yeah. And like the thing is, if I miss a day, that's $100 out of my paycheck. And they give me $100 a week for showing up every day that week. I think I can drag my corpse out of bed for $100. I guarantee you I can drag my corpse out of bed for $100. But yeah. And the thing is, I'm in there 12 to 10 hours, but I get 3 to 4 breaks. So, yeah, I sit on my ass an hour and a half of that time, and I'm allowed to. And my supervisor is not a Nazi. She's actually, she just wants you to do your job. Everybody's like, oh, you got the hard ass supervisor. And when she just doesn't kiss your ass. Like, I get along with this woman famously, as far as I'm concerned. She's like, do this. I'm like, yes, ma'am. She's cool with that. And even if I suck at doing it, she appreciates the fact that I tried. And I can fuck with that. So, yeah. It's great for me. And it's the perfect shift. It's I go to work at 7. So I leave here at 6:30. So that like all the kids babysitting and getting them off the bus and all that stuff is done by the time I go to work. And I'm normally done making dinner by the time I would go to work. So the only problem is these first 2 weeks have kicked my ass, and I haven't been able to fall asleep right when I come home because I'm still kind of wired up from being at work. Yeah. Oh god, there's a dragon. Degon, kill that for me. I'm just gushing about my job right now, but that's the main thing in my life right now. And the man that built this PC for me literally told me the only thing I want for you is your own life, for you to get a job and actually start doing stuff with yourself. So yeah, I think, okay, let's fuck this dragon up. They de-render when I get too close to them, or because I have so many NPCs with me that have unique meshes, Uh-oh, I heard a pop.
What was it? Oh, we're here.
Doesn't seem to have been my computer, though.
Made a grave mistake.
Did you? Yeah, AG loved that game. He just got... Man, there was this damn titty streamer streaming Breath of the Wild when he was. So, he got a lot of bullshit when he was streaming it from this randos. And I had to point out the fact, because the titty streamer ended up in his stream. Wanting to say she wasn't a titty streamer. And she literally, her webcam focused on her chest. So, but Tears of the Kingdom? Is that another Zelda? I've been thinking about getting me a Nintendo Switch because I got a job now.
What do you want?
I could get me a Nintendo Switch and still afford my cigarettes for the week. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to hit that up. Is there a way to use my computer to stream Nintendo Switch games? Because I will have to stream that. If it's a direct sequel to something AG played, I literally have to stream that. It's in the contract. Yeah, I'm going to have to look it up. And if not, then I'm going to have to buy the stuff to stream it. We are definitely streaming that. I might end up getting like 3 cell phones. I'm going to look like a drug dealer, but it's going to be because the cell phone, like the data I'm able to stream from my cell phone is way fucking better than the home internet that I have. So, yeah. If I had like, I think it would take 4 cell phones to actually just stream freely.
Yes, sir.
But with me working, 2 or 3 cell phones would actually do the trick. And that wouldn't be but like an extra $70 a month. Me making $2,000 a month, I think I can swing that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not even playing this video game. I'm just talking and walking around. I'm sorry. I haven't played video games in like a month. I've forgotten how. I just know this character that I've got following me around is very distracting. And also, you could call her D. And she's kind of a dummy mommy. So you could call her Mama D. And yeah. We're not going to talk about that being a turn on. It's weird though. I really don't have the time to stream, and honestly I probably still stream about the same amount that I was streaming when I had the time to stream. When I get this shield back in this motherfucker, so like next weekend, maybe beforehand, but when I get the shield back in this, I'm gonna have to stress test it. So I'm thinking Elden Ring is gonna be the best way to stress test it, which is gonna mean I get my ass kicked on Elden Ring for 3 hours, 4 hours. I mean, I know there's sites and programs and whatnot you can go to that's like literally to stress test your PC, but you know, I would rather just game on it. And if it works out, my nephew has been playing Dark Souls games. So, yeah. I'm gonna make him stream while I'm at work. Make him stream Souls-like games while I'm at work. He's a straight up weeb, so he would probably become a really famous and rich streamer if I was to let him use my equipment. And then if I was also not a parasitic piece of shit trying to live off of him and absorb all of his money before he turned 18, he could be a millionaire before he was 18. Yeah, I finished Elden Ring off stream. Oh my god. I was like level 275. I stopped counting after 275. I think I was over level 275, but I was way too high level to have, like, new game 1 beat the game. And I didn't give a shit. At that point, the game had pissed me off. And then after I beat it, I made my character like level 755 using the glitch. Why is there a floating axe? It's obviously supposed to be stuck in the tree, but my graphical mod has moved the tree. Yeah. I didn't think there was a such thing as overleveled either. But, like, when you actually talk to people in YouTube comments, apparently you're a piece of shit if you're not level 6 when you beat the game. Nah, I didn't let them bother me that much, but I was like, fuck. At the point that I realized people thought I was a piece of shit for duping, you know those little star fragments that like refill your mana over time? I thought it was okay to dupe those, but when I realized I was a piece of shit for duping those, yeah. After I beat it the first time, I made another character because I knew where shit was, and I went straight to the things I needed to make, it was the equivalence of a bleed build, but it was poison instead. And the way it worked is, poison pops after a certain point in Souls games. So, like, if you've got, if your poison meter stays full for too long, pretty much, if you continuously get hit with poison repeatedly, it'll pop just like bleed after a certain point. It doesn't pop for as much, but it takes less for it to pop than it does for bleed to pop. So, my build was basically a bleed build, but I was popping poison instead of bleed. And I PvP'd with that for a little bit. It was actually really fun, really nice. Ow. And yeah, they patched my fucking poison build, which was actually a reasonable build, because the only reason I kept getting to the point that I could one-shot you is because you were playing stupid. You were just trying to rush me like I am these monsters right now. And it was like, it was a reasonable punishment for letting me hit you as many times as it took for me to become one-shot god. But they patched my poison build before they patched bleed. And so yeah, I was not having this. And I quit PvPing after that. But yeah, they patched my poison build in like 1.16. They didn't patch the bleed and make it reasonable until like 1.35 or something. It was literally like 15 versions after. And it's just the most stupid shit I've ever heard of in my life. Because you had to heal on me like 4 times before I could one-shot you. That's reasonable to me. But a bleed build can just walk in with the ability to one-shot you, and that's not unreasonable. It's just whatever. And I was so proud of that build because it was poison. It wasn't the meta, but it could compete with the meta. I actually, the first time I fought her, the Dami Mommy chick that everyone got a hard on for because she took her clothes off in the second phase. But I can honestly say the first time I fought her, I whooped her ass. And every subsequent time after that, she whooped my ass. It was like 30 or 40 tries before I beat her after that. But the first time I fought her, I beat her in my 3rd try. But that's the way I did on Sekiro. It was like the first playthrough, I beat everything on my 2nd or 3rd try. I beat the Demon of Hatred or whatever it was called on the 3rd try. And he was like hardest boss of the year that year or some shit like that. But yeah, I fought him again since, and I cannot play Sekiro anymore. That's why I know, like, it's gonna just be 3 or 4 hours of me getting my shit stomped in when I stress test the computer after Tuesday. I don't believe in me either, so we got this. Like, that's the whole Dark Souls philosophy, is to not think you can do it and do it anyway. But, like, that's another reason why this job doesn't seem like that much to me. Because I'm like, wait a second, there's not 15 different phases for this boss? There's just one health bar? Are you sure? It's like... Oh, God damn it, Fawn. I have to upgrade my mod list? I work 10 hours a night. And on Fridays, I'm a corpse. I don't even call myself a human. I just call myself a cadaver. Fine. Whatever you want to make me do, we'll have to do it on Friday. And you'll have to deal with Corpse Chop. But Zombie Chop can do work. He can do stuff. There's a stables near Solitude, right? Let's go. Well, that's gonna put me under the bridge. This farm here. Oh, yeah. I'm talking about, no, you don't have to upgrade your mod list. You just have to play my mod list, which is a huge upgrade to your mod list. Fawn. Just say yes, you're playing my mod list. Fine. It'll have to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, though, because, yeah. I don't have the energy. You'll definitely win this fight. This is not a fair fight. And I'm already not looking forward to playing Elden Ring, so I don't want an unfair fight right now. Go slow. You'll have to go slow. You know I'm slow.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
I think this takes me close to where I was supposed to be. I hope.
Here, this whole country's full of them down south.
Oh shit, hang on. I gotta make sure not to overdo it on the, yeah, I'm gonna have to like take another 15 break in a minute. Cause it's coming up on 2 hours. I don't wanna like overdo it on the computer and like fuck up this power supply and have to buy another one. Which I can replace. Ha! She was trembling and cold there for a second, but the idle animation stopped working. It makes sense with the little leather bikini she's wearing. Alright, we'll find the bar here. I'll walk in and start some music. Take a break. But yeah. The only reason, and like this is something I owe to Fawn for waking up in me, like the only reason the computer stuff at work is no problem for me is because I'm a modder. I like explained that to one of my, well, the little lady training me. Her name's Trish. She's 4'10" and an adorable little badger. Or what's them things called that nothing can kill? Tasmanian devils? Like they kick lions' asses and whatnot. She's adorable. She's 4'10", feisty as fuck. It's like having the best chihuahua in the world. Don't start barracks. That's a loading screen, so that'll give me. So yeah, this will autosave for me. Yep. Okay. But I also feel bad because like she's 4'10" and a lot of these machines are like 8 foot tall, and she's got to deal with stuff that's 8 foot tall. So she's standing on this precarious ass little step stool that she has to set on this catwalk that's in pieces that you can fold up, and it's all wobbly, and I'm like, no, let me do this for you. And I don't mean to be demeaning, I just don't want to see you get fucked up falling off this thing into one of these machines face first. She doesn't like it that I say yes ma'am and no ma'am to her though when she tells me to do something, because she's a year younger than me. I can't blame her for that. Okay. Got some random ass lofi music playing. Oh, stop buffering. There we go. Alright, I'll be back in about 15 minutes. I'm back. I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. But yeah. It's damn dogs. It's a trip. It is an absolute trip. They don't normally try to jump on no cats. They won't chase down smaller animals. But the cats were killing a rat. So they broke their chain. I was ignoring them killing the rat because I saw that it was a rat. But the dogs weren't. They did not like that shit. The other day, my cats fucked up a poor little old baby squirrel. And I had to give it back to its mama. I put it in like a little bowl and wedged it up in a forked tree, but yeah. That's the thing about cats. They're some little bastards. They're rude little bastards. Yeah. Okay, we can watch that. Yeah. Excuse me. I would ride the horse, but yeah, causes derpiness with my companions because Digon teleports. I could fix that like relatively easily, but not easily enough for me to just go ahead and fix that. You know what I'm saying? All I would have to do is go delete that part from her script, which is most likely like 3 lines of script. Well, probably about 6 to 8 lines of script. But yeah, that she's doing right now, how she just keeps appearing in front of me. See if I can make her do it again. It's a part of the script in the actual game files that's attached to her person. Actually, the way I did it to attach multiple scripts to one NPC is giving them specific clothes that you can't change. Like, that gives you in this game it would only give you 1, 2, 3 extra scripts unless you got into necklaces, which it looks like she does have a script specific necklace and items that she equips, but yeah. Scripting was my weak suit in Oblivion and Morrowind. Yo, Fawn, what's happening? What's wrong? Are you wide-eyed? Did you get your homework, dude? Do your homework, girl. Because of God of War 4, I call my nephew boy, and I call my niece girl. And yeah, they understand it because it's a meme. Which makes me cooler than the average adult because I know memes. Oh yeah. Really and truly though, as long as my niece and nephew think that I'm not lame in my book. I know that technically is lame, but you know what I'm saying. It's okay to be lame sometimes. Can I actually cut wood at this? Oh, yeah. Do I get the wood that is usable for... I do. Interesting. So you can use these activators for, how do I stop? One of the 9 buttons that I pushed before the animation came
So,
through.
the General and I have our disagreements. But he's the best host of both Empire and Skyrim.
I should probably, do that. Make it slightly quieter.
I need you to deliver some false orders to the Stormcloak commander in Dawnstream.
Yeah, we've
But
done
first,
this.
the Nightgate and Candleheart. See if you can. One way, but don't do. Well, soldier, can you do this? Good. Make it happen, soldier.
It always confuses me that in order to access your menu for missions in this one, you have to push exit instead of tab. Tab pulls up this. And exit. It's your actual menu. I have slight glitches, like that popping up like that when I just tried to exit out. That shouldn't happen, but I have slight glitches because of mods. That popping up for like a millisecond was a mod menu, so yeah, that is why it does that. This is definitely something I would play on survival mode if I was not streaming. Otherwise, if I'm able to fast teleport closer, I'm going to do that. And I am. I could pretty easily make a mod that I could make a mod that let me play in survival mode and fast travel, but yeah, the reason they don't let you do that is because if you fast travel too far, you will starve to death. So you'd have to fast travel to one city, eat and sleep a little bit, then fast travel to another city, and yeah. You would have to actually play it like you've got layovers in different cities. Which I could do. And I would probably end up killing myself a couple of times because I'm lazy and don't keep up with math. But eventually, working this job that I'm working, I know that I'm going to become incredibly meticulous. Because it already gives me OCD if I don't see the, because you hang the yarn, you go and you get a tube of yarn, and you hang it up on these little bars in this cabinet. And if the cabinet doors aren't closed properly, it fucks with me, and I go and close them properly. And yeah, the reason that fucks with me is because they're numbered. And them being in the proper order of their number allows me to set up the yarn just by looking at one piece of paper. And if they are closed in a random ass order, you got the number 3 down here on number 2 cabinet because they all line up and connect together. And no, I can tell that it's wrong because the cabinet doors don't close properly. But I shouldn't have to go back through and make sure that these doors are closed properly. Because these assholes before me closed them wrong. Nah. That's the type of thing that people actually complain about on my job, but I'm not going to actually complain about that. I'm just going to go back and do it repeatedly. I even close them improperly right after I get done tying yarn into it. Where did it go? But yeah, when I get done tying yarn into a cabinet, I close them improperly, so it's not... Can't complain to someone about something that even you would do. Is it this dude?
Beds and beer are both lousy, if you ask me. You see any other inns around here? Where else would I go to drink? Oh, walk away. I wasn't talking or anything.
Need a room? Or maybe just some meat? Ah, hello there, traveler. I tend to keep my patrons price. Well,
That's actually kind of expensive. Especially considering I level up in speechcraft for every time I click an option.
wait here. He'll be back soon.
I'm pretty sure I have to catch up to him and kill him. I'm not.
Need a room? Or maybe just some meat?
Son of a bitch, I'm not. That's lame. Thank you for telling me. Yeah. Fuck. How long have I been back doing that? Damn it. I clicked the thing, but it didn't do the thing.
Allow me to light the way.
I must not have properly clicked the thing. Thank you. Yeah, that sucks. It's all good though. My amazing commentary is definitely enough. No. It's probably been like 20 minutes that I've been doing that. Where's the rest of it? I see the... Oh, it might be under me. Oh, shit. You gotta be careful not to fall too far in this game because it just, like, goes from you taking a little bit of damage to instant death. Oh, yeah, it's in there. Check that out, maybe. What's this? Dynamo actuator? What the fuck? Ethereum dynamo actuator. That's the word I'm getting from that first jumble of letters.
Come, little firefly. Don't fucking embarrass me here.
Oh. Hopefully it was only like 5 minutes.
Finally, it's over. For now.
This is probably one of them caves that you come in here later on a mission and it's way deeper. I could turn on no clip and like clip through the walls, but I'm too lazy. Yeah, it's not that bad, but yeah, I could see like you could accidentally mess up your finger pretty bad if you hit the start button while you have your finger on these needles. It would like do a stitch pattern across the tip of your finger if you did that, but that's like the worst thing that could happen to you. So it's not like I'm messing with dangerous machinery. everyone considers it the hardest job in the plant and blah blah blah, but I don't really, because they talk about, oh, the computers are difficult to deal with, but I'm used to dealing with old technology. So I know to wait a second after I click a button. The only real problem for me is the fact that they know, like, when they tell you things in the computer, they're like push 6, 7, 8, 5, F6, exit. And I'm like, dude. You know these things are labeled, right? But my sister made me this little chart where it's like on paper, and she wrote down the actual names of the label, like someone that understands proper computers. So, yeah. I'm like, don't tell me push 6. Tell me hit yarn insert pattern. Fuck. Nah. I wouldn't be up in there. Like, there's some dangerous stuff that is associated with my job, but the plant that I work at, there's none of those dangerous machines. The worst thing that could probably happen to you is you getting like doused in hot chemicals that were meant to go on yarn. But you'd have to be real stupid for that to happen. That, or you could like I was saying, my trainer is 4'10". She's dealing with 8-foot tall machines, and they've got her standing on these little catwalks that like you fold out of the way. So like they're made to fold, so they're like obviously a little bit wobbly to begin with. And you have to put a step stool on that when you're 4'10". It's like, you need to have a height requirement. It is dangerous for a woman that height to be running this job when there's like 15 other jobs she could do in this place. But yeah. It's also dangerous for her to be lifting fucking 25, 30 pound rolls of yarn like 3 feet above her head. Yeah, she is like hella short. She's adorable as fuck. Like, in the way that a chihuahua barking at you is adorable. Yeah, that is exactly what she is. And it's a mind fuck to me. Like, the chicks that work there, they work their asses off. They actually do their jobs. But if you work with a dude, they're just chilling, not barely doing their job. But, yeah. There is some dangerous shit associated. Like, the more dangerous job, oddly enough, is putting the yarn on the little roll that we use to make cloth out of. Our machines aren't that dangerous, but these machines that they use to roll that yarn up are dangerous as fuck. Apparently, they kill people all the time. And I'm glad I'm not dealing with them. Wait, I could have just fast traveled directly to that camp, couldn't I? Yep. Yeah, they got these little tiny chicks working on these precarious ass walkways, and this little chick falls face first into a handful of metal, and let's go buck her up.
See what you have here. Interesting. They know more of our
Yeah. In the old days, it was a lot worse. Like, my job would be dangerous as fuck in the old days.
One moment while I correct some of these documents. That should be it. Make sure those forged documents get to the storm cloak
Yeah.
commander who donned throw them off our trail, allowing
And they've been around for a long time. Because, like, in Edgar Allan Poe's The Monkey's Paw, which is like, I'm not sure, I think it was like 1800s, but one of the people's wishes with the monkey paw was to bring back their brother-in-law, and he had been pulled into a knitting machine or something at a yarn factory and killed, and it brought him back as a zombie. And yeah, it was supposed to be terrifying back then, but
make sure those forged documents get to the Stormcloak commander in Dawnstone. It'll throw him
Okay.
off our trail, allowing us to, I hope, likely only Ulfric's death or the overthrow of the Jarl supporting him will end this. Either way, much blood will be spilled.
But yeah, it was like, back then, those machines were really dangerous. And we're in 2023. It's like 300 years later, and they're still killing motherfuckers. Yeah. Well, like, the first thing I would do is refuse to drive a 900,000 ton truck across a sheet of ice the thickness of a fucking human hair. Not even a good human hair. You find a thin one that was gonna fall out anyway. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. That's a dangerous ass job. Fuck them people. Yeah, those lake drivers, like, they got TV shows about those motherfuckers that's so dangerous. They're like, shit, he's gonna die anyway, let's make him a hero.
They say that vampires attack the whole of the village.
Yeah, that's crazy. You tell me I'm hauling 20K across 20K feet thick of ice, and I'm still gonna be skeptical. Much less, they're like driving on, in some situations, like 4 and 5 foot of ice in trucks that heavy. That's insanity. Absolute insanity.
Damn faithless Imperials. Is that so? I don't recognize you. Why aren't you wearing your Stormcloak colors? I suppose it would be. Good thing. All right, let's take a look. Ah, good. Looks like the reinforcements for the fort are on the way. We have some information about enemy troop movements as well. Excellent. It's not easy running messages, what with Imperial scouts crawling all over the place. Well done. Why don't you grab yourself a drink from the window before heading back?
I'm gonna skip out of town like I always do. Yeah, same. There's some of them, like, fishing jobs where you're out on a ship and all that jazz, and that sounds so awesome and appealing to be, like, working at sea on a ship and all that awesome adventure, and then you see how it actually goes, and no, I'm not getting pulled overboard by a cage meant for crabs, or catching a hook in the side of the face meant for a fucking tuna, getting snatched overboard. I was watching that shit one night, and they was telling it's fishermen, so you gotta take their stories with a grain of salt, but they was talking about how a dude got caught in the side of the head by a fucking one of the big old hooks meant for the fish, and it drug him overboard, and they had to drag his body back on. They don't know if he drowned or if the hook killed him when it clipped into his head.
Your objective is meet the soldiers.
It's like, no thank you.
Then join them in wiping out the rebels.
I'm happy enough with my job that like the most dangerous thing is getting my finger stitched to a piece of yarn or cutting myself with a pair of scissors. I'm happy with that. The worst part of the job is really if they got you. Yeah, yeah. It was like a knockoff version of Deadliest Catch, because they were hunting tuna instead of the king crabs like in Deadliest Catch. But yeah, that's what they were saying in the show. It was on some like post digital upgrade fucking live TV broadcast shit, so they could have been lying. But that's what they said happened to him. I don't have that mission selected, do I? No. Did she give me an... No. I didn't get the other mission.
The General and I have our disagreements, but more importantly, I am a daughter of... I've been a daughter... Ulfric, too. But the rebels are only inflaming the tension, and I'm a soldier, not a politician. And my personal beliefs are not good. Your objective is Fort Dunstad. Meet the soldiers preparing for the attack. Then join them in wiping out the rebels. Once you prevail...
She must have had an idle animation override her,
I knew I could count on you, soldier.
Oh, I told her I needed more time on accident. Okay.
Keep an eye out for Stormcloak spies.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think that I have that amount of awareness on my best day, much less my worst day. And when you're out at sea for like a year, hoping for to not have a bad day in a year is a lot for me. They'd be like, damn, that chop slap dude was here for 6 months. He was a really cool dude. It's a shame that crab catching thing grabbed him by the face and snatched him off the ship. We never saw him again. Uh-oh. Okay. That should technically be closer.
What is it, my unfulfilling promises, Bosworth? If we are talking, we are not running. What is it? The one with which one? Dealings? You don't have any dealings with the companion. But you did say you were going to speak with her leader at one point or another.
Okay. So...
yeah, what do you want? Do you mean like when I realized your love for trespassing? Enemies. I could always smell anything for as long as I remember. It's not news to me, but I think I understand what you are talking about. Let me think. It's hard for me to think of something that I know, and guess what I don't know? Maybe you should ask me about something you think would be useful, and I can tell you if I am able to do it. What sort of things can I read? Anything with words on it. What sort of question is that?
Okay. Maybe he has the ability to read anything in any language and just doesn't realize that that's special. Okay, I don't need to go in here. I need to go that direction. shit. That's fucked. Yeah. Man, those people deserve to be making like $80,000, $100,000 a year.
Another fight.
It's actually kind of crazy to me that that's all they make. Because me, I wouldn't be doing a job like that for any less than like $1 million a year, $2 million a year. Like, that's a lot to fucking ask. Because that shit's dangerous. Don't engage with the giants. They should leave me alone as long as I don't get too close. Leave them alone. They'll leave me alone. That's why giants are kind of interesting in Skyrim. I think in Oblivion there was a perk where the ogres would leave you alone, but...
Are you finished ogling the grotesque? I suppose I should be grateful you didn't simply attack me.
He pops up a lot, so I don't have to worry about that little side mission that he has. I think he directs me to one of the Daedric shrines. He just seems to pop up everywhere on the roads. I think that's actually like the third time I've encountered him in this particular playthrough before Fawn makes me change mods again. Okay. Basically, I just rush in this place and let my companions kill everyone. Damn it. They need to let you have followers like this in fucking Elden Ring. Game 1 sucks so bad. No. Yeah, those cages, just dropping one on you will crush you, but then you got the machine pulling on it too. Yeah, those jobs are so fucking dangerous. Degon just hiding back there in the corner, just fucking blasting on people. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's eventually going to be mods that nerf the hell out of Elden Ring, and then I'll download them and play the shit out of it. But until then... Because I've already seen some that, like, I know for a fact those spells and animations and amount of damage you're doing are mods. Like, I've played that game before, and you don't one-shot Malakath with some crazy anime skill that doesn't exist in the game without a mod. I'm just saying. There is some really cool anime style attacks just in the base game, but the crap where these people are teleporting all over the place like 90 times and they hit one button and do 120,000 hits. Yeah, that's not in the base game of Elden Ring. And also, I've seen some shit where like the parry timing. I've played this game before, and I know you did not time that parry correctly. So you've got a mod that gives you more lenient parry timing, and you're making YouTube shorts like you're good at the game, and I know you're not. I'm not gonna say anything because you've got an army of weebs that'll bitch at me in your comments. That's not too bad. I did too much extra, like sitting off to the side. I get up like every hour for an hour. So like, if it takes me 900 hours to beat the video game, it's like actually half that time that I actually played the video game. It's just always a bad habit I've had.
Make your way to our camp in the rift. We have a few surprises for the Empire.
Yep. Hit the wrong button. But yeah, I had like... in Dark Souls 1, I had like 1,400 hours, and I was only in like New Game 15 or something like that. And other people with 1,400 hours were like in New Game 700 and something. I just dick around to fight the same shit, and I get sidetracked really, really easily, and then I end up going through the same place, and I'm like, well, this rock right here is out of place. So that could have something to do with the lore. Let's look over here. This red rock probably shouldn't be red. I'm sure somebody died here that was really important to the lore. Yeah, like, I ended up doing shit like that. So, yeah, I didn't accomplish as much as I should have. But I still enjoyed the game, and at the end of the day, I assume that's what video games are for, is to have fun. But yeah, at the same time, I'm lazy as hell just for that.
Let's go see the castle. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. I tend to just do that crazy stuff either way. Can I go in from... No. This is the only vampire den that I've found so far. I've got a mod that's supposed to add one to every city, but I'm not that smart of a smart boy. We're not playing Biomutant. Speaking of, I should replay Biomutant. That was a really, really good game. It's just got sad feels because, yeah. But that is one of my favorite games, Biomutant. Yeah. Yeah. I tend to do that on every game I play. It's like right now. I'm just chit-chatting and wasting time. I actually think, hang on, let me, yeah. I'll actually have to hop off here before these, lights start tripping out on me again. But luckily Tuesday I've got the extenders coming and I can easily fix all my shit. Hopefully. I'm pretty sure because I just went ahead and I bought a whole set. I could have bought specific wires for way cheaper, but I'm like, no, just give me the whole set, extenders for everything dealing with a power supply. And I will figure out what wire I need to extend and save the other ones. But if I absolutely have to, it would only take me like probably about 4 months to completely rebuild this computer. Like putting a new CPU, graphics card, power supply, RAM, all of that in it. Except for replacing the motherboard, because that's... I don't want to have to do all that. I just want to take stuff off of the motherboard and replace it. But, yeah. I'm just being lazy.
Let's stop at this fancy little shop. I just so much junk on off.
Some of her flavor dialogue does get annoying. I'm not gonna lie. She, I've complained about it. Oh God, I've complained about it before, but that particular mod companion curses in modern English too much to be immersive.
What do you want?
In this or Elden Ring, because my Elden Ring build isn't viable anymore because they fucking patched it. My Elden Ring build was, it was a mix of bleed and poison. Like, my main focus was poison. Every time poison, if you build up the poison for long enough, it pops like bleed does. It does about half the damage that bleed does, but it takes about half the time that bleed does to pop. So, I was using that. Every time the poison would pop, I would get a boost in my stats. And eventually, if you let me hit you enough times, which means you were... Oh. What did I do? Go away. Okay. I hit a weird combo of buttons. But yeah, the bleed and the poison stacked about the same. The poison would pop before and give me a boost in my stats. And if you healed about 4 or 5 times, like a ridiculous amount of times for PvP, then the next time I touched you even once, you were gonna die. Regardless of what you did, it was going to do about like 10,000 points of damage. Now, I was able to cheese the shit out of a lot of bosses with that, but most bosses that were important were immune to poison. So, yeah. It kind of worked with Scarlet Rot, but that build up was really slow. But they patched my build before they even patched bleed. So I was butthurt about that, and I quit PvPing. I had like a level 120 PvP build. I think I was level 125 actually. And yeah, if you let me hit you too much, then eventually it would get to the point that I was gonna one-shot you no matter what you did. Unless you were actually able to avoid me for like 3 minutes. They're Stormcloaks, so I get to kill these people. Yeah, bleed was hella broken for way longer than poison ever was. Now, my poison build was technically broken because the exploit, like, it was technically an exploit that my stats would build up to the point that I could do 10k of damage at one hit. But okay, so that guy is immortal. We can't kill him yet. So I'll go back here. Hopefully my companions will stop attacking him. But yeah, bleed, like, you could just walk into a fight with someone in PvP, and if you hit them 3 times, they were going to die no matter what. But with poison, you had to heal like 4 times. It had to be a ridiculous fight for me to just fuck you up in one hit. Otherwise, it was a perfectly reasonable build that should never have been patched. The only reason anyone would continually use it and exploit it would be if people were just spam healing, which you're not supposed to do according to the Dark Souls community. But I'll be damned if I'm in the middle of trying to get back to a boss fight and you pop up on me and you invaded my world. I'll heal as many damn times as I please. But you really don't have to worry about that in Elden Ring unless you're trying to summon someone else. You don't get invaded, so that's nice. Yeah, the bleed spells were ridiculous. Like, the flies, you could just like send this swarm of flies out that would cause a bleed buildup. And then there was the trident of Moog or something like that. And you would do like this little dance with it, and it would just fuck you up with bleed. And it would literally do like thousands of points of damage in a single hit. And you can only like, I duped a bunch of souls because I was on PC. I duped a bunch of souls and I got my character up to like maximum level, like 750 or something. And you can only have like 2,000 points of HP, milking everything you can out of HP. Yeah, the flies. Oh my god, that stuff was so annoying in PvP. Because it's like a pretty big cone of attack, and it like, you can't dodge through it for one. And it's really hard to get around without it like arcing for you and catching you. The edge of it was always catching me, and then boom, you're just dead. And if you're not just dead immediately, you've got like 5 HP. But, yeah. Once I get the shield back in this computer and I need to test it and everything, that's what we'll be streaming, is some Elden Ring. It's free. Yoink. That's useful. Yeah, the tracking was the worst part of it. Because you try to wait for that perfect dodge timing, and the tracking was just too good. It would catch you in the back every single time. It was crazy. And then when you add that AoE Staff of Moog to that fly spell, that's why I quit PvP, because like they nerfed my poison build, but they didn't touch any of those spells. That made me so fucking mad. Yes, on bosses, it just tore their shit up. Bosses, it's like there's a couple of good builds that they fucked up that just wrecked bosses shit. But I think you can actually pick the version you want to play on. Yeah, this saved. Alright. You have to go fiddle around with your Steam data, but you can pick the version you want to play on. There's a couple of things that they added in the later versions that I wouldn't want to play without, but like by the time they added the pothead town, there's like a little side quest with the pot man. I think his name was Alexander. That wasn't finished. There was like a little town in the lands between that you could actually go to, and that's where he was from. And you could get another thing that was like an HP regen, or something. I think it was HP regen. It might have been something else, but there was like a little pothead town that was added after they nerfed fucking poison, but still had bleed OP as shit. They had also nerfed the piss out of magic. That Moonveil katana was the most OP shit back in like version 1.0. It was so overpowered. Because its magical attack transferred the bleed based on the amount of damage the magic attack did, and you could like boost the crap out of your magic damage. And yeah, it was OP. You would hit them for like 500 and then do 1500 worth of bleed damage in one hit. So but yeah, I'm gonna have to hop up off here before the computer starts derping out on me. I got in a good little stream though. Yeah, that fire giant, dude. After they actually did nerf bleed, I could not beat him. Because that's one of the things I really like to use on him was a bleed build with the fly spell. Because you could get to the fly spell and the mode place early, but it was hard as, dude, fighting through that place early game was an absolute pain in the fucking ass. Oh, he was outside of the map. Yeah, well, there used to be a way you could get him to kill himself by jumping off a ledge after you. But yeah, they nerfed that.
When his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Okay, Lucian. Oh, yeah. That's the crazy thing about Elden Ring. There's a sword in the game that, it ain't even that useful. But it's literally outside of the map, and you have to spend like 30 minutes of jumping around on ceilings and whatnot that look like you shouldn't be there. It's like, how the fuck did anyone even... Like, obviously people dissected the game with data mining, but how the fuck would anybody have found that otherwise? I don't understand it. I do not understand it. But I know that they wanted that to be like, oh, in 5 years somebody finds this knife, and yeah. I forget what it was called, but I've seen it on... They made it on Forged in Fire, the exact knife that was in the game. and it's supposed to look like four fingers. It's like a short sword that's four fingers wide, and it looks like four fingers going down it because it's got four fullers down the middle of it to reduce the weight of the blade. But yeah, you gotta jump around on rooftops that literally have mesh problems. Like, it looks like you are not supposed to be. Like, you're outside of the map and you're just wasting your time. But it literally leads to an item that they put in the game on purpose. So, yeah. The sad thing about stuff like that is that it wasn't 5 years later that we discovered it. It's like, oh, this whole time there's been a weapon that no one's ever had. Because people just grabbed the game, ripped it apart with some kind of coding software, and found that shit. But, yeah. It's definitely a Miyazaki move to put something in a place like that. I forget what the name of the weapon is, but it means four fingers in Japanese. Or Chinese, maybe. Because the blade is four fingers wide. But, yeah. I'm going to hop on off of here and get this game closed. Let's make sure we save though. Make a manual save. And because it didn't pop up in the corner, I'm doing a quick save too, because I don't trust things. Gamer problems, not trusting your game to actually save. Yeah. Elden Ring is underrated to a point, but like, all of the Souls games are, honestly. They're really, really good games, and you gotta appreciate the little things about them. All the environmental detail that went in because they're trying to tell you a story without telling you a story is nice, and it makes for a really beautiful set in every situation. But yeah, I will hop on off of here. I'm going to try and stream tomorrow night about 8 o'clock for about the same amount of time. And then when we get the shielding back in here, we'll stream for much longer whenever I find time. Yeah, Dark Souls 3 is great. But the one I started with, though, is Dark Souls 1. And Dark Souls 1 and 3 are the only canon games. So, like, the story in Dark Souls 2 actually doesn't even count. A lot of people hate Dark Souls 2. I can't blame you. But, it's like, they only had humanoid enemies, so the game feels halfway done. Oh, yeah. Dark Souls 3 is awesome. Dark Souls 1 was my introduction to the Souls games, though, and like halfway through that game I had the realization, wait, this is the greatest series of games ever made, isn't it? And yeah, that's the only reason I still play them. They're too difficult. There should be mods for every one of them for newbies like me. It's like newbie Souls. It's like, give me a difficulty setting. But yeah. Dark Souls is great. All of them are. And that's probably what I'm gonna... I don't know. I might download Dark Souls 3 just to test it. I've got Dark Souls 1. The, not remastered. Yeah. I don't want to lose the not remastered version. Remaster is great, but the not remaster is what everyone grew up on. Anyway, there's no game footage going on. I've already logged out and I'm just rambling. But yeah, you take it easy, bro. And yeah, I'll catch you guys at the next one. It would be nice. There should be mods for all of them that would just make it easier for me because I'm a noob. Let me enjoy the game. Just stop making fun of me. Yeah, you too, bro. But yeah, y'all take it easy, and I'll see you guys